Good evening, guys, and welcome to the stream. This is part 13 of our playthrough of Magic 3 on the Amiga, Isles of Terra. And once again, we're headed to the Desert Isle. We started our track there a little bit last stream. Didn't really get very far, and tonight's mission is to finish off the Desert Isle and potentially at least a cavern there. There's also a pyramid on the isle, which I doubt we can access, but we'll at least try. Still searching for 2 colored keys for dungeons on the Swampy Isle, the golden key and the purple key. I'm hoping we will find one of those 2 keys in either the cavern or some of the various places that we have left in the game. Now, we jump over to the map right now. So this is the desert isle here that I'm drawing a circle around with the mouse. So this is Blizzard Bluff. This is potentially a cavern. It's not closed off, so we don't need a key to access it. And this is the pyramid, which is probably closed off. We probably need a key card to access it, which we don't still have. On the Swampy Isles, there are these 2 locked towers, Phantom Peaks, and this dungeon in the Minotour Mash, both of which are inaccessible to us right now. Last stream we finished almost all of this dragon cavern, except for the head honcho dragon, which is still too strong for us. We also have the frozen isles over here and some caverns associated with them, and so we still have quite a bit to do in the game. At least this one, and then these 2 land masses as well on the frozen isles remaining. And then, of course, the Isle of Fire and the pyramid there in the center. This is pretty much the last point in the game. This is the last pyramid in the game. And we also haven't finished these Isles of Illusion, the castle Greywind and Blackwind, possibly home to the good and evil wizard, which we saw in game number 2 as well. So there's that to do. And in addition to that, there's also a pyramid on the first isle that we haven't finished because we don't have access to it. But other than that, we've finished all of the everything on the first 3 isles or so. Now I've circled the stuff we've finished with green, so we know what's already done and what remains. But of course, there's also all of this sea mass surrounding the isles, which we really haven't explored fully either. We've just taking pretty much a shallow swim walk around all of them. So there is also some mass remaining there. This is a huge game, and we did about 30 streams of game number 3. I doubt, or game number 2, sorry. I doubt it will be as much for game number 3 as it was with game number 2, but I'm betting on at least 25. So there's potentially at least 12 streams left, depending on how long all of this takes. But at least around a great number of hidden things that we don't know about. So we're getting there slowly but surely. Let's jump into the game itself. I think it's set up and should be ready for us to go here. It's day 22 in the year 505, so we played some 4 years in game time. That's roughly 48 hours or so. And we had already started mapping out this little isle here. I hadn't gotten very far, but we've done a little bit. The only thing that we've really run into is these weird birds that appear when you dig something out of the sand. They cast paralysis, and they have both a high armor class and a lot of hit points. But we'll try to kill them anyway. Might have to save often. Loose sand blows around the stone wall of the well. Take a drink. Not quite yet. Let's mark down the position here. Before doing so, and, take a quick snapshot of one of the characters. We're in E4 611. So we'll write that down right away. So it's good to take a quick snapshot of the character's status before drinking anything, so we know what the well actually does. Okay. Where did we end up? We ended up in A454. No, this is a teleport. Almost all the way back to well, we just passed the first isle here. This is the Isle of the Spiders that we just entered. And here's one of them. Can we use the same trick to get back? Yes, we can. Okay. This is a way to travel back and forth without having to use the Walk on Water spell. It's both welcome and useful. I might turn the in-game sound up just a little bit here. Now we can't rest anywhere except where there's an oasis. So we have to be within the tree formation to rest. And plenty of nasties here. Another well in front of us. I've got the wooden roof, reads the wishing well, throw in a coin. No, not quite yet. We're in E4 12, 10. I'll mark that position down and take a quick canter at what happens when we throw in the coin. Okay, there's an actual question. Can we just ask for anything? Let's ask for the purple key. Maybe someday we'll get your wish, it says. We probably can ask it for something. We don't really know what. Black on the wooden roof, reads the Well of Magic, throw in a coin. A booming voice echoes from the bottom of the well. Drop 10,000 gold into my depths and enhanced will be your magical prowess. Drop the gold. Sure. Why not? We have a lot of additional spell points. I assume that will run out when we rest. Leave me alone, Locus. I'm trying to take a nap here. Yeah, it does. So basically it doubles our spell points for a temporary period of time. I'll write that down. We're in 310. This is actually quite handy for dealing with the bird. So I think we will take advantage of it. 10,000 gold is not a lot of money for us at this stage. Yeah, made well over 1.5 million last stream in terms of treasure. So we'll allow the 4 magical characters in the party to double their spell points in case we run into the this guy again, which we of course we do. So this is the Vulture Rock. Kill this guy first. This guy can basically only be beaten by magic. And it seems that energy spells really work pretty well against this guy. The more spell points we have, the longer we can fight, and the bigger our chances of actually beating this guy. We did manage to do it with just a default number earlier, but it is quite a bit of work. He has a very high armor class and a good number of hit points, so we need to hit him a lot. It doesn't cause a lot of damage, but he does occasionally do some damage. Hey there, Quattroso, welcome to the stream. We're dealing with this vulture creature, which is out here in the sand, trying to cause mayhem. He is beatable, he just it requires a little patience. He's down to the red line right now. So we've made progress with him. He does also cast paralysis, so he temporarily paralyzes some of the characters. He's able to beat him this time around. We will visit that well again and double our spell points. Does help quite a bit. Might be 40,000, but we find so many items here that it's not a lot. We also get 25,000 just for beating the Vulture. Another one of these. Here we go again. We're gonna start healing again. Starting with the sorcerer. This is all a bit tedious, but not particularly difficult, perhaps. At least not with this access to this way of doubling our spell points. Just a matter of dragging this out. In the red now. Okay, we're slowly running out of spell points, and we'll be okay. Down he goes. We can move forward one square here, and rest. And we should probably set our Lloyd's Beacon spell right here. go back to town, check out these items that we found here. And then return, continue exploring this. Plenty of things to see here left. The training grounds. Moving up a few levels here. We've all gone well past level 30. Here's the blacksmith. Let's pay him a visit. See what we have here. Shield of the Gods. Yeah, we're playing the Amiga on the Mister. The A4000 is broken, so that's what we'll do until I manage to either get it fixed, which I hope will be eventually, or I might need to send the board abroad to have it fixed. Well, this is a pretty good weapon. I have a Lambert here, an Obsidian one for that matter. Hey Will Torres, welcome to the stream. See here. Equip these boots. Equip the lumberjack. Move the pike. Over to the robber. Have him use it. It's been going decently well so far. We haven't really gone very far. Just started exploring the desert isle. Hoping to get most of that completed tonight. Hopefully the dungeon there as well. How is our luck? It's at 38. Yeah, our thievery is still at 105, so that's fine. Yeah, those are good items. very good items. Just wondering what sort of cloak he was wearing. He's wearing these silver robes. Get rid of them. Have him wear the cloak instead. Brings him up to 86, which is pretty high. Most of these obsidian items, they look pretty cool. What's also good about them is that they can be worn by pretty much every class. So, you aren't limited in the classes that can wear them, which makes them all the more powerful. Sort of wondering what we're supposed to do with all this ancient jewelry and all this sort of crap hanging around the backpacks. We have quite a few of these items that don't really have an obvious use, like these precious pearls of youth and beauty, this ancient jewelry and so on. Either eventually find out what to do with them, or we'll just dump them all. Hoping it's not going to be the latter, because I spent a decent amount of time in the game carrying these guys around. And here we are again. We found this magical well, which doubles our spell points, which is useful here, because we keep getting attacked by these vultures, which need a lot of magic to take down. Taking advantage of this well, paying 40,000 gold tax here to double our spell points. So we can continue exploring this. We don't actually really need to kill them, I believe. I think you can take the items and run, but where's the fun in that? Talking an 8-bit voice for 5 minutes, yeah. Stuck with the robot voice now for 5 minutes, guys. Thanks for redeeming that, Just. I think you're the first one. I'll keep the clock up here so I know when to turn it off. I don't know what it does to the closed captioning. Probably not a lot of good things. Yeah, so on this little desert isle, we can only rest in the places where there is an oasis. A shaft made of fallen palm fronds. Search inside. Yes. You've discovered a nest of death locust larvae. Destroy them. Yes. The unhatched larvae turn to jelly under your stomping boots. Get 250,000 experience points, and we get rid of the death locust as well. Let's see if we can find the hiding place of these barbarians as well. That would be nice. Yeah, that was that time. I did that as well. Trying to come up with semi-original ideas. This is like every other pyramid we found in the game. The door won't open. There is a small slot to the right of the door, but nothing you have will fit inside. So we're lacking a key or access card of some sort. Get into all of the pyramids. We've found quite a few of them, so when we do find the access cards, a pretty large number of places opens up to us. And got a cool air, escaped the darkness of the cavern. This is one of the caverns that we have left. It's an E477. I'll jot it down in the notes. We'll, as usual, do that last. A shaft made of fallen bronze shred inside, yes. Empty ale barrels and scattered tankards undeniably identify this as a barbarian's compound. Destroy the hut, yes. Flames leap into the air as black smoke billows from the burning hut. The barbarians will be forced to find a new location for their compound. It's 500,000 experience and some items as well. Quite a few of them actually. Wonder if they're worth something. No, these are not. Oh, there's an obsidian halberd there. These are not hugely valuable items. We'll have to hike into town and sell them though. This will fill up our packs. Let's not dig this up right now. Let's cast the white beacon spell. Make our way over to Blistering Heights and sell some of this stuff. Just here. This is a decent cape, but not a great one. Same goes for this helm and this crossbow. I think we already have at least 2 of these. We're wearing an obsidian flambard here, which is a 200 weapon. Here we're wearing the true broadsword, as well as the obsidian boots. The halberd is a 200 weapon, so we can't really use that with the. He has this obsidian rod, which is fairly powerful as well. And here we have the obsidian pike, which is another 200 weapon. And here we have another of these rods. Oh, I don't think there's actually any place we can use this weapon, so we might as well sell it. And we'll sell this armor as well. Hugely expensive plate armor. We already have 2 of these and they're very expensive to fix as well. That's about it. So I head back again. To finish off these two aisles. This time around there are two of these guys. There are two of these vulture rocks. So we're sort of prepared. We've leveled up enough that we can actually hit them with melee magic now, which will help. Let's switch over to a lightning bolt. These guys do cast paralysis, which does make them a little bit dangerous. Now there are two of them, they are actually far more dangerous, it seems. So we should probably take care to use the cure paralysis spell. Keep it around here. Because if we all fall to paralysis, then we're dead. Pretty funny though that in the last round of paralysis you can actually cast a spell. You can see they're still sleeping, but you can still for some reason cast one spell. One down. Wrong card. So a pretty big change that we can now beat them up with regular weapons. So that will save us a lot of time. This guy has a ton of hit points and a high armor class, so it does take a while to take down, especially when there are two of them. He's in the red now though. Down he goes. We find some additional items as well. We can't rest right here, we need to move on. And, it's also wise to... We won't take this out right now. Need to go up here, go in here, rest, and then we need to travel back to that fountain, which magically enhances our spell points. So we still need that. For these guys. At least it's safer that way. So every one of the spell characters has exactly double the number of spell points they should have, which helps quite a bit. Let's go back. Now there are 3 of them. Of cookies. Probably find a spell we can cast on all of them. Fireball is one of them. Just to be safe, use the fireball in combination with the kill paralysis spell. This should be a fairly good combination. Hey Gleaser, welcome to the stream. Dealing with these vulture rocks here on the desert isle. Tough, but not impossible. Yeah, that's because it was a channel point redemption. No, it's a channel point redemption. It's supposed to be on for 5 minutes. You can redeem it if you want. It's called Robot Voice for 5 minutes. Yeah, I think it was actually 15 minutes, not 5. I was looking at the clock, waiting for 5 minutes to be over, but I probably skipped it for 10 minutes. Okay, this is actually going decently well, but these guys are still pretty tough. Probably try to heal up the rubber. Yeah, I was trying to add something that would be fun. Now he's also paralyzed. That's a bit of an issue. Yeah, I thought you would very much enjoy watching me do any push-ups. This guy is still yellow. I think we will switch to the energy blast spell. He's in the red now, but we only have 3 characters left. One of them is paralyzed. We didn't make it. There is a way to set a limit on these. You can limit the amount of times they can be redeemed. So if the streamer allows you to redeem it endlessly, that's sort of his choice. We are probably here selling some stuff. Forget what exactly. To do this again. Yeah, we're here again. Okay. These guys are a bit dangerous. Hey there, Genesis. Welcome to the stream. That is a widget hat. But you have to redeem it. It's great, right? Did you redeem it? Yes, you did. Now I have to wait it for 30 minutes and watch to your amusement. Move the camera around here a little bit so you can see more of the hat. I'm probably the element of confusion in this stream. There are limits as to in which direction I can actually face the hat, because the green screen effect of on the camera doesn't really like it all that much. So if it isn't the front of the hat that has the stars that is facing the camera, then the hat tends to disappear. So the element of confusion, yeah. TP rest after we took this fight last. So double check. No, probably not. Yeah, we did. Okay. Let's buy some magical spell points here. And try tackling these vultures again. Tough little cookies. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Pretty long game. Extensive area. Lots of dungeons. I think this is stream number 13, and we played game number 2. That took us 30 streams or so. I doubt this one will actually take as long. It's about It's probably a little bit bigger, but it hasn't at least far been quite as difficult. Some battles in game number 2 we attempted so many times that we lost count. So not been all that many of those in this particular rendition of the game. Yeah, the final 2 are probably out of reach. The 4 and 5 are usually played together. At least that's the most common thing to do nowadays. Of course, when they came out, you probably played them separately. And there's of course, yeah, number 10, which is a bit of a... It has the name, but maybe not so many of the actual elements that we like about the games. Yeah, it's been a very popular series. It's been going on since 1986. And there was a pretty long gap there where none of the games came out for a while, but it's sort of been resurrected again, but with a game that probably doesn't really belong to the series, but it's still there. Yeah, I was 10 when the first game came out. Game number 2 is in fact the first role-playing game that I played at all on any platform. And we finished it on the platform I started playing it on. Eventually, after about 120 hours devoted to it. Took a while. Yeah, 3, 4, and 5 are quite similar in many ways. 1 and 2 are probably 1 and 2 are very similar in many ways as well. 3 was sort of an improvement, and it follows into both 4 and 5. Yeah, Mario is a classic. It's been around forever and spawned numerous both sequels and sort of sidekick games. Cheap armor. Actually decently good. Has roughly the same protection as this diamond splint mail, but costs a fraction of the money to repair, so we'll replace it. But they have better belts everywhere. Get rid of this gold one. We already have a better crown as well. We'll sell this one. best to remember to actually equip the armor. Bad idea to forget that. Where are we then? Okay, we're doing very well in terms of armor class. Let's head back to the fun. Where are we exactly? Oh yeah, we're here. Okay. We're about to run into a couple of these vulture guys. There's treasure buried in the ground, and when you pick it up, you run into these guys. First, there was only one of them, but now we're increasingly running into a few of them. They basically have two tricks. First of all, they have a very high armor class, so they're quite hard to hit. And then they have this ability to cast paralysis, which when dealing with one of them isn't all that difficult, but when there are multiple ones, like in this case, you can end up in a situation where every party member is paralyzed, and then you're dead. So I have to keep an eye on how they're doing with the paralysis spell. We have decent resistance, but it's not 100%, so we can end up in a situation where we're paralyzed, and we also have to try to cure wounds as we go along. We'll keep the cure paralysis on the paladin and the cure wound spell on the cleric, and cast them as needed. I missed. They're both in the red now. They will go down pretty soon. Down they go. So now we need to make our way out of this mess again. Rest up and do what I should have done last time before we died. Save the game. You'd think I'd learned that by now, but I guess not. You can only rest in these oasis areas. Can't rest in the warm sand. That isn't really much of a limitation. Is it this magical well here? Stock up on spell points. There's also a barbarian waiting for us on the other side of the fountain. And now to save the game. We also have this cavern to go here. We'll move on to that once we finish mapping the land area here. See what's inside that cavern. We're lacking 2 keys to move on the swamp isle. We need the purple and gold key. Now this is the fight that features 3 of them. That's when they eventually manage to overpower us before. Using pretty much the same tricks they're doing now. Now everyone is paralyzed except for the sorcerer and the knight. There is no masked cure paralysis spell, so all we can basically do is cast it individually. We have 2 members that can cast it, so we should technically be able to get out of this alive. Just need to be careful. Don't need it here, so let's switch over to the power cure spell, heal up some hit points. Cast it on the paladin. It's more important to the party than the robber is. Now I have no idea if the robber is actually paralyzed or not, because it will only show the worst condition. So we will find out now. He's not. Now they're all in the red. That means they have less than 20% left of their original hit points. We're also slowly running out of hit points. I think we will make it out of this one alive though. Pretty good, yeah. So that was a resounding success. Let's rest here. Save again. Head back to town. Take a look at these items that we found. Our backpacks are stuffed with junk, so we to keep making these trips back and forth with these items. We have this convenient Lloyd's beacon spell, which basically enables us to go back to wherever it was that we came from, and we also have the town portal spell, so we can teleport to any town in the game, which does save us a lot of unnecessary walking. And no, Gleaser, this is replying to your comment earlier, this is a very analog hat. These aren't terribly valuable items. This one is interesting. Thinking of whether we should wear this one. It increases might by yeah, I'm a wizard. I'm like Harry Potter. They'll be calling me to Hogwarts any day now. It's a channel point redemption. I'm good. Yourself? I saw you were streaming today. I was busy trying to fold laundry. This is an interesting cloak. A very low armor class bonus, but a great attribute bonus. Wing Commander 3. I've never actually played any of the Wing Commander games. So many games to play, so little time. I've seen them multiple times. They look pretty fun. Okay, we've gotten rid of quite a bit of the junk. Let's save again. I'll waste a slot on this this horn here. Okay, we have to remove a rod to be able to equip it, and it isn't worth it. I'll sell it. This rod has, that's like a 30 armor class bonus just for holding it in your hand. So that's a bigger bonus. Yeah, it's a huge bonus. It's a very nice item. The later you get in the game, the more of these pretty cool items you find. But you have to be careful to go to the blacksmith and have them identified so you know what they actually do. Oh, we need to go visit this well again to double our spell points before moving on. This well was just lying around here. It only costs us 10,000 gold to get double our spell points for one turn. That's all we need to defeat these rather annoying vultures that are around here. Three more of these guys.
I'm getting laughs.
Yeah.
Maybe I should host.
Thanks for the hostage. It is. Cube analysis. Probably switch to the cure paralysis spell here as well. It's really the most dangerous thing about these guys. Switch over to the fireball spell as well. Beacon isn't all that useful here. Try to keep as many of them awake as possible. Okay, we got lucky. Going to need to start healing as well. Yeah, they look cute enough, but they're deadly if you aren't careful. I lost concentration earlier and they managed to paralyze all of us. We ended up very dead. They have about 1,000 hit points each, and they have an armor class of 70 something. They're hard to hit and they take a lot of hits. Usually, some of the spellcasters can actually cast spells while they're paralyzed. However, that works. You'd think that was not possible. But, it's not all the time, it seems to be just sometimes. I think I will not risk it and cast Cure Paralysis on the paladin here. Yeah, the game doesn't really have to worry about logic. I missed. Oh, two of a kind at least then. Few more items here. Rest. Use the beacon spell. Head back down. Take a look at these items. Eventually sell some of them. We have to do this a lot because we're running out of space in the backpacks. Here's an obsidian hand axe. This is a great axe. Potentially we have better weapons already. Can the sorcerer actually wear this axe? No. Okay. And we'll sell it. We don't have a ninja either. This Butlers of Infernos as well. That's about it. I think I'll keep this cloak around in case we need added accuracy for some reason at some point. Go get some ice cream. We'll save again here. But back to business. I will say this hat is very warm. I went the other way. Was this the Oh, we've already destroyed their hut. The barbarians are still here. At least the rest of them. Was this the correct wall here? Yeah. It is. Okay. That's applied. Last save before we head back. Wonder how many of these fights are left. More locusts. Plaque on the wooden roof reads the Well of Remembrance. Throwing a coin, yes. We're back to this business. A booming voice echoes from the bottom of the well. No one remembers you. Yes, the life of a starting streamer. No one remembers me. This was a riddle with the heads over on the swamp isle where we could pay these guys to remember us. So somehow these two are connected. I'll write this down and the location as well. We're in F4 11.5. And then we might set up 2 Lloyd Beacon spells, one for the heads that remember us. So I remember those, some of they were, we had various different prices. Some of them were very expensive and some were quite cheap. So it might be worth it to go back to them and pay them, then return here, check our reward, see whether it's worth it. If not, reload and go back and do the same until we finished all of them. Might do that after we complete the cavern here. Back on the wooden roof reads the Well of Experience. A booming voice echoes from the bottom of the well. Drop 10,000 gold into my depths, and at once you will become in your chosen discipline. Try it at least. This is probably a temporary booster. Yes, it is. It's a temporary hike of level up to 89, so it's a boost of 50 levels. Can certainly be useful in some cases. Jot it down into the notes. You already have quite a few of these places where you can magically enhance your skills temporarily. A plaque on the wooden roof reads the Well of Cures. Why not? I assume it cures paralysis and other things as well. Although we're not really inflicted with anything, so it doesn't do a lot for us. I'll write it down though. Let's go finish off these barbarians. Down they go. Can't rest here for some reason. Seems strange. A half hour is over with the hat. I must say it's quite warm. At least I wasn't cold with the hat. Thanks for redeeming the wizard hat, Blizzard. Good that you can use your points for something. I'm slightly worried that you have enough points to make me wear a hat for stream after stream after stream. As to set something up so you can use those points. This is, I think, the last landmass here. Yeah, it is. There's a tiny part here at the end. Now we map all of this. So we switch over to the node cam here. This is basically the map. So this is roughly where we are at the moment, where the pointer is. And this is the desert isle that we've been walking around. It's an image of these guys here. This is the pyramid we can't gain access to, and this is the Blizzard Bluff. That's where we're heading next. Move the camera a little bit here. Oh, I don't have the hat. Let's see what this cavern is about. Hopefully we can find some keys. Still one barbarian left here. Hey, Amiga 1200 gamer. You missed the hat, and you missed the 8-bit boys. But, I guess you have points. The Magic Cavern, it says. That's interesting. It's a pretty big cavern. You can see that the Y coordinate is 31, so it's at least a 32 by 32 dungeon. That looked like a mask. Guardian, it says. Yeah, did Hitch X-wing you out of an internet connection? That's some powerful flying. We're back to this. This is probably a place where we'll get some boost for the magical characters in the party. Sorcerer runes have been cut into the gem of the altar. Step closer, yes. Found another fireball scroll. We already have one. But still useful. I'm hoping we might find a walk on water spell. It's one of the useful spells that we still haven't found. We're still tied to having to use magical items to actually cast it. A magic liquid flows in the caverns, in this cavern's pools, it says. Jot that down. Where are we exactly in this cave? Magic Cavern 2229. This is basically shut off to us at this point, and we can probably walk into this magical fire, take damage by doing so. Let's finish off this Guardian. Hit her again, smash. Have this Guardian come to us here, finish him off. Well, this is the we're in the desert isle. This is the cavern on the desert isle. It's called the Magic Cavern. We finished mapping the desert part. Apparently the volcano is fairly quiet. Seems to be, at least so far. Don't want to jinx it, but it seems to be quiet eruption. There's not a lot of ash, not a lot of toxic gases either. It's fairly contained at the moment in just one valley. Not really lava flow out of the valley and not really close to any sort of infrastructure or people. So far it's fairly tame. Whether it keeps that way remains to be seen. Here are some of these pools. The game said earlier that magic liquid flows in the cavern's pools. Let's see what they're about. Azure liquid flows in the pools. This is a micro pool. Waiting for a closer look. Sure. We have gained understanding and wisdom. Which one did we gain? Was it personality or intelligence? Guess we'll have to load to find out. Was that Eyjafjallajökull that erupted back then? Smash. Or was there a volcano in Spain that erupted? It was intelligence that was raised here. So, that's for the archer or the sorcerer. Let's give it to the archer this time around. There's a boost of 10 in intelligence. That's pretty high. And it's permanent. Yeah, I believe Scotland is. What did this do? Not much of anything. Okay. Just double checking, we can only use it once. Yeah, we might as well use that vacation money to do something with it. These flames are a bit weird. All they really do or seem to do is turn off the lights. Hello, hello, Mr. Sorcerer. A lot of noise, but not a lot of fighting power. It would be going better if the spare parts would ever arrive. We originally ordered the parts from Mauser in the US at the start of February. The first package was actually sent with USPS, so probably by boat, given the current situation. And that one isn't here. And then they realized they had made a mistake and blamed COVID. Sent another one with FedEx. About a week later, that one isn't here either yet. It was supposed to arrive this week, but didn't really happen. So eventually we will get two of them. Might even arrive at the same time, who knows? Until we get the spare parts, there's really not a lot we can do. It's most of the parts around the battery area. It's a large chip, the real-time clock. It's a RAM buffering chip. It seems that the acid went under most of the parts. So why does the map show this square as unmapped? Because it didn't visit it. That's why. No. Map now, in any case. No, I removed the battery ages ago. And I don't really need to replace it. Yeah. And I did make an attempt at reducing the damage, but apparently some of the acid had leaked underneath the chips as well. So it still caused more damage. Really is pain in the ass, these batteries. I hope that when we remove the chips that the traces aren't damaged, or not badly damaged at least. Because I'm fairly sure that is actually the problem. The real risk is that if there is a short between the layers of the board caused by the traces not being there. There are 4 layers on the board, and of course if they get into contact with each other, yeah, it's 4 layers. So if they get into contact with each other, very bad things happen. So we'll have to see what the traces look like. Let's save here before we attempt this. Yeah, hopefully it's possible to recover this. If it isn't, then my plan is basically to send the board over to Sweden and have Chucky basically replace the board with a modern redesign of the same board. Which means removing all of the chips from the current board and replacing them with new ones. Yeah, except that the motherboard will just be an Amiga 4000 motherboard, just a new design. No, it's basically the same board, just with some of the defects removed. With the original chip, it's still... It's like buying a new A4000, basically. Time distortion scroll. We already have a time distortion spell, but I guess we can learn it. We go down here before we go here. Probably doesn't matter very much. Yeah, it's a costly endeavor to repair these boards at this point. So I fully understand that. Another one of these wizards here, sorcerers. Get closer to him. He's powerful from range, but are all that powerful when you're standing next to him. We found a jewel, probably not the Jewel of an Isle. No, it's a marksman jewel. Assume it increases accuracy. Plenty of these guardians all around. Another one of these pools. Let's save the game here before we step into the pool. Might do the same thing as the other pool. It might do something completely different as well. It's still hiking up our intelligence. I'm letting them take turns, increasing their intelligence by 10. They both get a good boost. Although the archer needs it more. Plenty of these guardians in here waiting for us. It's not that tough. At least none of these guys so far have been nearly as difficult as the vultures. That's a differently colored pool in front of us now than the ones we've tested so far. So perhaps it gives different abilities as well. Recently big room. Accidentally pressed the quest button instead of pressing the cast button. Save before walking into the pool. If the blue ones were sure are these Amazon, you have to wonder. Light shimmers of the emerald wall, wait and then search. Sure. Body is overcome by quickening. What is this? Speed boost. That's for the thief then, if it is. Probably might also be for the knight. See how the speed is. Speed is 37. Paladin is only at 18. That's probably who will give it to. It's a plus 10 boost in speed. It's a pretty great cavern. Well worth a trip at least. No. I have a feeling most of the orcs that are left are in the swamp isle caverns that are locked down at the moment. Oh, I might be wrong. 3 of these guys. More of these guys actually. More than 3 of them. They don't actually do a ton of damage, but they do some damage. So let's rest and recuperate a little bit here. Another spell. Starburst. Do we already have that spell? I think we actually do. I think it's at the bottom. We have it at least. Castor has it. Yeah, they both have it. It's a late level spell though. Let's save before wading into the pool. I have a funny feeling this is more intelligence, in which case we'll give it to Castor. It's next in line. Yeah, he's now at 84. Okay, Glisser, good night. Thanks for coming. Okay, it's good that you're back at work at least. How is the how are the post-COVID symptoms? How are you feeling? Do you have more energy now? It's a nasty disease. Okay. My father-in-law got this as well, and he has these days where it seems like he's at half energy, and then he has days where he feels much better, kind of comes and goes. Let's hope it passes in both cases. It's a nasty little thing. Yeah, we all do have to work. That's the way of the world works. Good luck at work, dude. Hopefully you can catch the rest of this on the wood. Another one of these green ones. That was speed before. Wonder if it's still speed. Save. Find out. Yeah, it is speed. We'll give it to the cleric. She's only got 10, so that's a huge boost, moving her up to 20. I've always felt in this game that once you reach a certain point in these skill points, they don't really matter all that much anymore. But when you're under 18, which is basically the non-magically enhanced state, and they do matter quite a bit. So we'll give the cleric a boost of 10, bringing her up to 20. Which will apparently increase her hit points by some 25. Let's finish off this bit here. Found some stuff. It's mostly cheap stuff that we're finding here. And, still items we can sell. This is a huge room, another one of these. Would be typical for the game to have something scribbled on the wall when we can't see anything, so I'm making sure to check that. It's just the kind of troll this game is. Yeah, I'll probably be on build stream tomorrow. So I'll catch you then. Thanks for coming, Smash. Sleep well. Good night. Don't really see the point of these. Guess that's just a minor annoyance. This is a huge room, but there really isn't a lot going on in it, however. It's all fairly tame. Having said that, we'll probably run into something that will kill us here in a moment. Sort of jinxed us here. Another one of these guys. Two of them actually. There's a coffin there as well. More than one of them actually. Another one of these azure pools. Before going in there. Potentially, this is yet another intelligence boost. We're at 66 here, 84 here. Seems like a lot of intelligence. Might as well give it to the knight. Make him up to 18. He's the smartest knight in Magic now. Let's save before opening the lid of this casket. I've been trolled too many times with characters dying and traps exploding. This is good friend Lich. He seems nice. What do you think the chances are that he's already dead? And that he is in fact undead? I'd say they're decently high. So what did we find? A golden flamberge. Quite a bit of gold and gems. I think we'll take the damage. And can we actually cast the town portal spell in here? I doubt it. I might have to go outside to cast it. Can cast it in here, that's good. That's the light beacon spell then here as well. We can return to the same spot. Hike on over to Blistering Heights. Visit the temple. Recover the dead party members. Take a look at some of these items as well. This is the guild. Where was the temple again? Somewhere. It's here. Okay. Back in business. Take a look at these items. These are not really all that powerful. I'll sell them. Keep this Exacto cloak. Head back and probably have to do the same again. There's another casket in there, which I assume will also kill some of the party members. As long as we can cast the beacon spell and the town portal spell, then all is well. Okay. Yeah, we'll remove the lid. Our good friend the Lich is back in business. He isn't really all that powerful. He just has the... gets to go first. No. Let's go back. Heal up the sorcerer in case this is a spell that we want him to learn. Yeah. He's one of those guys that people were always telling him that he couldn't take his wealth to the grave, but he chose to ignore them. Did that anyway. Accidentally cast the Inferno here at absolutely nothing. Was planning to use the beacon spell. Okay. We're pretty much in business again. I think we've completed this little part here. This as well. Don't think there were any further surprises in here. We still have a bit on the other side that we didn't finish off before. We're done with this, however. This little hidden place is over and done with. We haven't fully completed this though. Here's another secret little room. This is surprisingly vast. It's pretty big. Lots of things to explore here. Checking the walls for messages just in case. I can't see if I've actually been able to patch this. No. I did now. Move closer. This lich is protecting these. That was pretty nasty. Let's load up again. Can't cast can't cast the town portal spell. Can't be bothered to walk all the way over. Take us ages. Where were we when we saved? Yeah, we were right here before attempting the second of the Lich Lord here. We just need either the cleric or the paladin to be alive to be able to do this. We'll save for attempting this again on the other side. Nasty little trick to put the guy there behind the door. There's plenty of opportunity to fire at you. Or you're able to do anything about it. This is a Megawatts scroll. I think we already have that spell. I must say I'm not 100% sure. Do here in any case. Yeah, we do. Fine. back here. Explore this little room again. And park ourselves in front of the door and save. Attempt this lich guy again. Saving in the dark. Tough to bash. We have a very, very high level of might. Surprisingly difficult to bash. Guys have 60 something might. Yes. That turned out okay enough. We have all we need to go back. Yeah, tough door. Took a lot of beating. We find ourselves over in Blistering Heights again. Let's go visit the temple. It's the only place that's always open 24/7 in these towns. Heal the rest of them as well. We have more money than sense now, so might as well just throw money at the problem. We'll end up in the wrong location, but we can make the trek. Hope there isn't another one of them in there. Let's save anyway in case we run into another one of those. Two spells in here. Yes. This is the Infernal spell. I think both of the sorcerers have it. At least the archer does. Yeah, they do. What is the other one? Implosion. I think we also have that. I think they both do actually. Yeah, they do. Both of these are pretty powerful spells though. This is one of those places where it probably would have been more beneficial for us earlier in the game to have visited this place. You have no way of knowing in which order to do this, so that's fine. Get here. Another pool of quickening. Rashrathra is still the slowest of them, so we'll add to her again. No hidden wall there. What's this spell? This is the duplication scroll. We already have at least one copy of it. Yeah, we have 2 copies of it. Yeah, you can definitely do this in it's a more open order than games number 1 and 2, where it was pretty obvious when you accidentally went into a place you were way too low of a level for. In games 1 and 2, you died pretty quickly. That's not necessarily been the case here. So I must say this is a huge maze of a cavern. I wasn't really expecting it to be quite this big. Lots of things to see here. Another pool of quickening. I guess it's probably the archer that we should give the speed to now. Yeah, or at least very close to it. There are 4 of these desert squares, so each of them 16 by 16. So yeah, it's pretty close to being the same size. So technically, it then goes basically under the entire landmass. Another one of these. I can sort of guess what's there. Another one of these caskets. I don't think we need to do a lot of guessing to know what's in this casket. You think it's a lich? I think it's a lich. Impressive. Yeah, I think it's just the usual throwing of the dice. Sometimes you get lucky, sometimes not so much. Probably visit the forge since we're here. See if we have something on us that we can get rid of, or at least take a look at, possibly fix some stuff as well. Our armor is broken. Does seem to be happening less often than it was for a while, but still happens quite often. The weird thing about these potted armors and the obsidian armor in general is that it's so much cheaper to repair it. Oh, it saves you a lot of money. It's almost not worth it to carry around the more expensive armor that you find earlier in the game because it costs so much to repair. Sort of ruins any return from any dungeon because you have to spend a good portion of your of the loot repairing items. Right back all the way down there. I'll have to remember to set the beacon spell somewhere closer. We don't have to backtrack like this again. Basically here, right? Yeah. This is a dead end. So is this. Here's another of these doors. This is potentially where we save. Let's cast the beacon spell right here. Oh, this is potentially where we go back to. Pretty sure there's a lich waiting for us behind this wall. No, actually not. Another of these caskets. This is the gold master key. That's good news. It's one of the 2 keys that we needed. So that we can continue with the swamp dungeon on the next stream. We also found 500,000 in gold. That's nice. I wonder if the purple key is also in this dungeon. No, the gold key is, we know for a fact that that opens up the, I forget which one it is. But, we jump over to the map here for a bit. It's either this dungeon here in the Minotaur Mash where I have the mouse right now, or it's this one here in Phantom Peak. One of them is the golden key, the other is the purple key. And we had neither of these. Of course, the only way to get either of them is by finding them. So there's nothing you can do except keep visiting all the dungeons until you eventually find the keys that you need. Plan for tonight is probably to finish exploring this cavern and then call it a stream. Don't think there's a ton left of it, but you never know. Said that before and been wrong. Plus it's actually pretty big. And filled with endless hidden walls and treasures. We found the other realized scroll. We already have it, but no real harm in having two of them. I haven't been able to use it this game though. I haven't found a place where it actually does anything. At least not yet. Here's a valuable tip for us. The Minotaur God got a card of great importance. So the Minotaur guy on the swamp isle probably has the card for the pyramids. And we tried fighting him last stream. He's a tough little cookie. He might as well have sneezed on him. Our good friend the Lich is here. Took out pretty much everyone. We'll have to reload. Might be the holograph card, yes. Got where we saved. Was this just before we found the key? Yeah, it was. No problem. We'll track back. I'll start with the other realized spell. Let us save here. Cast the beacon spell again as well. In case we have to go back here, which is actually fairly likely. This is a good friend, the Lich. Got luckier this time around. Let's go back and heal. So we need to figure out a way to kill this Minotaur god. Probably requires quite a bit of strength. I think we've leveled up some 10 levels since we attempted him last time. Might be time to try it again after beating. We might try it at the start of next stream. I doubt we'll be ready for it. Possibly after beating the 2 dungeons here, if we've managed to find both of the keys, then we might be ready to move the key over to Castor. Probably has something that we can give to someone else. Castor is currently holding, I think, all of the keys. He has the green, red, blue, yellow, and now the gold key. He's a man of many keys. He's the janitor in the group. Let's head back over to the Magic Cavern. Yeah, he was very tough. Did we clear all of this? I think we did. No, there's this one after here as well. The Dancing Sword Skull, we already know it. Lots of valuable magical items and skulls in this dungeon. Something more here on the other side as well. A similar room to the one on the other side. Now, this can either be a key or it's another of these lit lords. Another of a lit lord. We have to load anyway. Fun little guys. A bit bony, but otherwise pretty fun. Let's try that again. That turned out better. Let's cast a beacon right here. Then the portal spell. Go back and heal. Here we go. Back in business. A spell here. Which one is it? Integrate. Not really. There were a bunch of obsidian items and hidden behind these vulture rocks. So we got all of them, killed the vultures, gained a ton of experience by doing so. They're pretty tough. Eventually we're able to level up quite a bit. It was mostly just a grind. But a necessary one. We gained quite a bit of armor class and strong weapons as well. Most of the obsidian items are very good. It's a great find when you get some of them. I think we're done with this little bit. We'll double check it, but I'm fairly sure this is over and done with. There it is. And now we go back here. We've already completed this bit. Where did this go again? This is this bit here. Okay. I think we're also done with this little room. Double check it when we go back. Incredibly vast. What was this again? You already checked this one? Okay, fine. Probably completed this part, but there was another part on the other side that we have not completed yet. Let's go there now. If it's the same size, then it will take us at least half an hour, maybe more, go through. We haven't completed this part. Stepped into this pool already. That's pretty much the only thing I think we did here. We do seem to have come into this room from the other direction as well. Feeble Mind. We already have that spell as well. Yeah, we do, I think. Both of them do, I think. Yeah. Cast a fireball into midair here. Little result. Okay, this is what ties these two together, so that's good. This formed a circle. After wandering around in Dungeon Master before eventually completing it, it really is nice to have mapping. Really is enormously useful to have the game map this for you. This is potentially one of the last things we do here. Let's cast a beacon before going in. Yeah, it's also just the game makes a habit out of creating these circles. They put these 1 or 2 blocks where you can you think you have 2 paths, but if you go down one of them, you're basically just going down the same path, but you can't see it because there's a wall in between. Does that a lot, leads you into thinking that you are exploring a new path, where in fact you're just exploring exactly the same thing, and you wind up walking in circles and getting lost. Really liked doing that a lot. This is the super shelter spell. We already have it. Hey there, Retro Hunter. Welcome to the stream. You're up pretty late. I assume you are having your days off now, or already awake for the morning shift. More quickening here. Let's pick a candidate. It's probably the Paladin. Speed is now 38. No, we already did so. We could do with some light. The key to the maze from hell lies hidden in a stone tomb. Yeah, we already found one of the keys. But the maze from hell doesn't sound all that nice. Guess that's one of the places there. Either the one that requires the golden key or the purple one. Nice. Surprisingly few cores on the Mister that actually take advantage of the secondary SD card, but some of them do. This room is pretty much done with. At least this bit of it is over and done with. Are we then done with this little cavern here? I think we might be. I think we basically explored all of it. We did find the golden key, which we desperately needed. Let's head back to I probably should have gone all the way over to Blistering Heights, see if we can level up. It's probably a smart move at this stage. Potentially even going to see potentially even check for food, but I don't think we actually need to do so. 3 more levels it is. We already leveled up some 5 or 6 levels earlier just tonight, so we're at level 39 or so with most of the characters now. We're at 43, 42, 40, 39, 36 and 35. So these are powerful characters. I sort of want to go take a counter at this Minotaur guy. Just fun at this point. Go to save right here. Head out and just go visit him and see how far we are off. Probably quite a bit off, but I want to try it anyway. Last time we tried him, we couldn't even land a blow on the guy. Let's see if we can actually do that now. And then I'll head over to the place where we need the golden key and get us set up in there. This is the purple one. So it's the one in the mash that requires the golden key. Where was the Minotaur guy again? Check the notes. He's an X11 Y2. He's somewhere very close to us. Here he is. Take a starburst. No. We have nothing on this guy. Still ways off from being able to beat this guy. You did actually manage to hit him once. Maybe twice. Yeah, I have the RTG set up on the Mister as well for the Amiga core. It's active on the workbench. That was a pretty great addition. So was the shared folder addition, which is quite useful. We're on the wrong aisle here. Sharing files between the Linux side and the Amiga side was a bit complicated. You really needed to be running a stack on the Amiga, a TCP stack and FTP client and such. After they added this shared folder stuff, it became very easy. You can basically just mount the Linux side as a drive and dump files over to the Amiga, which is endlessly simpler. Where was this little dungeon that requires the golden key? It's in this marsh here on the eastern side of the isle. And then of course we need to solve this remembrance clue. Were you here when we found that Megatron of the game? There was a well over on the desert isle that asked us to throw in a coin, and he would check if he remembered us, and of course he didn't. So there's a tie-in with the heads and that well, and we need to solve that puzzle at some point. Potentially there are great rewards, but we don't know what they are yet, so we'll probably have to set up the Lloyd's beacon spell. And yeah, we'll probably have to set up a spell, have them remember us, jump back through the well, check our rewards, and do this back and forth. No, I didn't touch it. Are we talking about just now, just a few moments ago, or last stream? It was a little bit too stretched last stream. I made some calculation error with the aspect ratio, so I did adjust it. Yeah, I did adjust it, so it's 4:3 now, exactly 4:3. It was a little bit too stretched. Typical fashion for this game, there's quicksand 2-step outside of the dungeon, so we'll have to track this again. Try to watch that we don't step into it again. Want to get us set up in there. It's the task for next stream to complete the stronghold in the Minotour Mash. What do you think are the odds that there is quicksand surrounding it from all directions? I'd say it's probably decently high. Let's save here before we step back into quicksand. But no, this is still PAL mode. This is one of those remember sets. Yeah, I'm right. There's quicksand from this direction as well. What a jolly little game. Try approaching it from this direction. That worked. Yes, the maze from hell. What an aptly named little place. We'll walk around here a little bit. Leave this monster's maze? No, not quite yet. We restored after paying them. I don't think you can pay them more than once, but well, you can pay them more than once, and they offer to forget you. So potentially you have to pay them twice. Once to remember you, and then go to the well, and then once again to forget about you, and then you could possibly have another head remember you. It's an unsolved mystery. We'll have to figure it out. Of course, there's a whirlwind in the middle of the floor here. It's nice. And that teleport takes us to the middle of nowhere. Was there a separate head to forget us? Okay, that might have been. This is one of those puzzle. It's filled with these guys. That's nice. There are two of them here. Okay. I hope this little place isn't filled with these guys, because we currently have no way of killing them. That's right. Okay, so that leads us into an impossible fight with two of these Minotaur guys. So potentially we're not going to go down there. A nice, lovely little box here. Instant death. And a Minotaur. This is going to be a tough little place. The hell is this? Is this one tough dungeon? I'd say we have absolutely no business going here next stream. We're ways off from being able to finish this. We're more likely to go to the snowy isles and finish off the caverns there before going here again. This is this is a tough place. There are Medusas and Minotaurs all over. Monsters that we are very far from being able to beat at this point in the game. So this is not where we'll start next time around. I'll take us over to the snowy owls at the other end of the map. To be exact, if we go back here over to the map, need to mark this one as done. Anyway, we've completed this one. We now go to the frozen isles. Over here, we still have to map all of this, and we have to finish this cavern off. I think we'll do that next before proceeding further there. This maze from hell seems to be aptly named. It is a maze from hell. I'll jump over to Pumptown again, and let's track over to the frozen isles and set the spell there. So we're ready to go from there. It does look as though there might be a ship on the map that could potentially take us there, but I don't know what it is. So we'll just track over using walk on water. A spell I wouldn't actually mind finding at some point, so we don't have to constantly cast it using some sort of weird item. To remove our weapon with this box, use it, and re-equip the weapon. So we don't forget. We already completed this. And the cavern over here, although we haven't really completed all of the castle yet. Let's hike over to the first frozen isle. Here's a candle in the middle of the ocean. Makes perfect sense. An actual candle in the wind. Some frozen monsters. So this is basically the cavern. It's probably next on the agenda here. After we finish mapping this landmass. Essentially probably find something here. What is this cavern? This is the cursed cold cavern. That's nice. We like cursed things. So we'll save here. Let's jump over to the basecamp screen. Going to quit the game. Commit the save. I'll take a backup of the save game file before proceeding. For now, let's find someone to raid. Goatee is still on. Doing his best of the 10-tone marathon. Let's raid right into that. What are they playing? Something called Paranoia Escape on the PlayStation. You guys want more Might and Magic 3? I see Harxena is also playing Might and Magic 3 on their tours. Do you want to give him a raid? You might do that as well, if you're more inclined to go over there. Otherwise, I will just raid Goatee. We'll raid Goatee then. Thanks for coming, guys. It's been fun. You sleep well. And potentially see you tomorrow. We're probably going to a Jagged Alliance stream for Gleezer tomorrow. We made one attempt at it a few weeks ago, but now I've got it running off the secondary retro PC. So I'll probably do a Sunday stream for him tomorrow. You're welcome to come in then. Otherwise, it's a Wednesday for Ultima 4. Till then, guys, later. Sleep well. Good night.